Geographically, Astana is located on a plain terrain and it is surrounded by wilderness. Previously, it was a windswept town. In the summer, suffered from dust in winter, from the storms. To minimize the negative impact of natural phenomena on the citizens, the capital pays great attention to green projects. Today, Astana is surrounded by a green belt area of over 70,000 hectares, and the city is replete with flower beds and numerous parks.
Вы сами видите, каждым годом город краше становится.
You can see for yourself that each year the city becomes more beautiful and greener. Each year the city becomes a garden city. Every year the city is filled with flowers. Any city is a violation of the natural ecosystem, even if it is built on the latest science and technology. Therefore, maintenance of green space requires considerable time and effort. For this year's season, it employs about 3,000 people in the streets of the capital.
Процесс выращивания очень сложный, начиная от посева и заканчивая уже когда цветок на бутоне.
The process of growing is very complex, from planting and ending when the flower is in the bud. First of all, early March, we plant our flowers in nurseries, then we choose the small ones and move them to small nurseries. Then, as they grow, we transfer them from capital greenhouse to the watering greenhouse. We also have foil greenhouses, and then it awaits for it to be moved to the flower beds of the city.
После посадки цветов обязательно нужен уход.
After planting flowers, always need care such as watering, fertilizing, tilling the soil. Loosening the soil is necessary to access the water. We need to loosen the crust so that the flowers would have the access to minerals. Also air that we also need to make sure that flowers get air. The role of greenery in the city is huge. It removes carbon dioxide from the air excess, creates a favorable climate, protects from dusts. Moreover, it is known that in 1 cubic meter of urban air, there are up to 200 meters times more bacteria than in the timber. Only green helpers have the power to eliminate this problem.
Здесь в этом году более 30 тысяч деревьев будет сажаться на нашем столице.
Here, this year, more than 30,000 trees will be planted in our capital, and in the flower beds this year we will plant 7 million flowers, and 25,000 French roses and 40,000 perennial flowers. And if everything will turn out as well as we planned, this fall we will have 75,000 tulips from Canada. The important role is played by the aesthetic component of green plants. Here, a complicated process begins with sketches of development, the main elements which have traditionally become patterns in national style. It is necessary to take into account the peculiarities of plants to make sure that a harmonious composition will be developed.
Учитывается также порода, потому что, чтобы рисунок был хорошо виден, нужен рост.
The type of flowers is also taken into account, because we need to make sure that figure is clearly visible. We need certain colors and height. Also, it depends on the flower bed, so it has a good look. That is, if it is visible from all sides, then we proceed from the assumption that at the center we plant higher flowers, and at the edges we plant short flowers, so they do not block each other and would be clearly visible, and so the outlines are not distorted. That figure was clear. According to experts, the city itself inspires the creation of a landscape design sketches. Each district and the street has its own unique look. Everything is taken into account, surrounding buildings, monuments, and even the presence of lighting style in the streets.
Во многом это, конечно, уже зависит от окружающей среды.
In many ways, of course, it depends on the environment. Sometimes squares correspond to the style of certain buildings which are located nearby. If the building is in the modernist style, we try to create the square in a certain style. Astana, despite its youth, is already entrenched itself in the status of one of the most beautiful and promising cities in the world. And next year, this will be visible for several million tourists planning to visit the Expo 2017. At the same time, capital's landscape designers believe that the main city of the country will be remembered by foreigners for not only futuristic architecture, but also the beauty of hundreds of thousands of blossoming flowers.